Hey everybody, my name is Daisy Bynum and I am the founder of Live Life Journey. I told you guys that we was going to be doing the elements, so we back with another set of elements. We're going to do two today. We're going to talk about wind and we're going to talk about water, and we're going to connect it back to the scriptures and a little bit about Live Life Journey. We help our clients at the beginning stages of their journey, their self-love, self-care journey. So we teach meditation, we teach about energy, frequencies, and all that good stuff, and we give our clients tools to help them on their journey and to help make their self-care journey more of a daily routine. Some of the practical things that you could do daily to keep your vibrations up. We partner with She's So Different. She teaches beginners yoga. We have all kinds of spiritual wellness parties and events and things like that. So follow us on Facebook, IG, and check out our website. Okay, so let's just get right into it. We're connecting to these elements. The last element video that we did was earth. And so today we're going to do wind and water. So we're going to go right into the scripture. Alicia is here today, my sister, to read that scripture for me. And we're going to start off with wind being the breath of life. Genesis 2:7.
Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Okay, so when we talk about wind, we talk about breath, we talk about air. You know, when you blow, hopefully you have good breath when you do. I'm just playing, but I'm not. Okay, when you blow your breath, it's wind. And so the Most High breathed into us the breath of life. So that is wind right there in the scriptures, letting you know that it is absolutely okay to connect to the wind, and it's so natural and it's such a everyday thing that you do that you might not know that you're connecting. But anytime you take a conscious breath, you are connecting to the element of wind. Okay, let's go to that next scripture. Genesis 8:1.
Genesis 8:1. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind pass over the earth, and the water segued.
Okay, so wind can actually change the atmosphere. And that's what it did in that scripture. It dried up all the water and made the land safe enough for Noah and all the animals and stuff to come out and begin their new life. So this lets us know that the element of wind can change our surroundings. And another example of that is when the leaves fall on the ground and the wind come and blow the leaves that just fell on the ground, just fell in somebody else's yard. They will blow those leaves right into your yard, and the next person's yard to be clean. So that's the example of letting us know that wind has the ability to shift one thing from one thing to another, shift the whole situation from being this to that. Okay, our next scripture is Exodus 14:21-22.
Exodus 14:21-22. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went unto the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left.
So the wind pushed the water and made the water. This is a visual movement. You actually can see when the wind is pushing something to one side or pushing something out of the way. You see when the wind come through and push the trash of the street into the middle of into somebody's yard or into the middle of the street. So this is a visual thing. We know that wind has the ability to move things and move it with force. Okay, so let's go to how the wind can provide. Well, how the wind provided in the scripture. 11.
31.
Yeah. What do I got? What's the scripture?
Scripture 11. Numbers 11.
Okay, because I ain't even got the numbers on my notes.
Numbers 11:31.
Mm-hmm.
And there went forth a wind from the Lord and brought quails from the sea and let them fall by the channel, as it was a day's journey on this side. and it was a day's journey on the other side, round about the camp, as it was 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth.
So we see how the Most High used the element of wind to provide for the children of Israel. When you get into what happened when the children of Israel left Egypt, you will see how the Most High used all of the elements to help lead the children out. And this is no different. He sent the wind, and the wind brought up quail. That's what it's saying. Mm-hmm. And the wind brought up quail on the land for the children. So the wind can provide. The wind can take something that you need. It can be somewhere else, but the element of wind can blow what you need into your life. How can we connect to this energy? How can we connect to this energy daily? Like I told you guys, with anything that you're trying to connect to, or any kind of energy, or even when you're connecting with the Most High, you have to know what that energy does. You have to know what it does and how it works, and how can this energy benefit you. And so by knowing that, and this is one of the bad things about wind, I don't want to say bad, but everything that the Most High created has two sides. So the wind can do all these amazing things, but the wind can also start a tornado and tie up a whole community. So the wind has its sides, just like we all do, and you can use the not so good sides of wind. You can use that as you try to let go of some things or release some things from your life that no longer serves you. Okay, so how can we... Okay, what does this energy represent? The energy of wind. It represents shift. It represents the changing of seasons, or the changing of the atmosphere. That change is here, or change is now, or change is happening. It represents gratefulness. And when we say gratefulness, don't you ever have it so that, okay, you open up the window in the summertime and the breeze come through and it remind you of something? Wind has a way of communicating with us to remember certain things, or to be grateful for certain things. So it has an energy of remembrance, and it comes through your sense of smell. You ever if you go to your grandma's house and she cooking something and it remind you of your childhood, or remind you of a time or a space, wind has that ability to bring us back to a time that things were good, or a time that you enjoyed life a little bit more, a time that you were more free. And so it brings about, the energy of wind brings about gratefulness. It's a clearing path. Wind can clear your path, just like it did for the children of Israel. The east wind came through and pushed all the water to one side. And so they pushed all the water to one side. It created a path for the children to walk through the water. Okay, it has a new beginning type of feel. When the springtime comes and you go outside and it feels amazing outside, and the breeze is blowing, it reminds you of new beginning. It's like everything is starting fresh. Everything is starting new. Wind has the ability to change your mood. That's just what it does, and y'all know it do. When you open up that window, let that breeze in from the wintertime, after the wintertime, and then the spring come and all this kind of stuff, you kind of get that breeze and it change your mood. It's like everything is better. Okay, so that's is what the wind represents. And how can we connect to this energy? Okay, one way you could connect is by opening up a window. We already said that. Open up a window, let some fresh air in, and let it change the atmosphere. You can turn on the fan in your house, the fan in the room, or a ceiling fan, and shift the energy around in the room. Especially if you're feeling like stale energy or stagnant energy, you can turn the fan on and it'll shift that energy in the room. Take some deep breaths, some conscious deep breaths. And when I say conscious deep breaths, just take note of the breath that's going in and what's coming out. You could take a deep breath in and take in positivity, and you can exhale on some stuff that you're trying to get rid of, okay? And to smell stuff with fragrance. Like I said, wind has the ability to communicate with us through our sense of smell. So when you start smelling things that smell good, things that remind you of certain things, that's a good way to connect to the wind. Standing in the wind, when it's windy outside and you stand in the wind, it has the ability to cleanse your aura, cleanse you from negative energy and stagnant energy from around you. So I stand in the wind. I stood in the wind. It wasn't recently, but it was probably about before it got cold outside. And I was just like, shift me, move me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to call on it to make it do what it do, okay? And you can also meditate on the wind and what the wind does, what you needed to do in your life. Like I said, it's all about knowing and understanding, having wisdom and understanding about these elements and connecting to them. So if I know that wind has the ability to shift, when I say my prayers, I would say, Most High, allow the elements of wind to shift me from this feeling to a feeling that I want to feel, or let it shift something in my life, put me in the next season, help me to just make things clearer. So it all depends on how you want to use it, but you have to know what wind does or how it can benefit your life. Smelling fresh flowers, anything with smell, it's all about wind, okay? So I hope that was good. We're going to go right into, wait a minute, okay, I want to tell you, how do you know that you need to connect to the wind? The wind is a free energy. It just flows around. Nobody knows where it's going. Half the time you don't know when it's coming. And sometimes it can be very forceful, and sometimes it could just be a nice still breeze and all that kind of stuff. And it's invisible, but it's powerful. So connecting to that, how do you know you need to connect to that? When you feeling restricted, when you're feeling like it's no way out, you're feeling like you want to be free from something, that's how you know you need to connect to the element of wind. When you're complaining a lot and being very ungrateful in your life, because everybody have those seasons and those times where you're doing a lot of complaining about this and complaining about that. Wind has the ability to take us back to a simpler time. So that's how you know you need to connect, when you're feeling very ungrateful. When you're feeling nervous about the next movement of your life. So if something big is happening and you're feeling kind of nervous about it, this is how you know you need to connect to the energy of wind, because wind goes where it wants, it do what it wants. It has no it holds no bars. It either comes strong or it comes lightly. So it's like, go to the next phase, do what you need to do. You're going to be amazing at it. And when you're feeling nervous about it, connect to the wind and you will be like a summer breeze. Okay? So now we're going to shift right over, use the wind energy, okay? And shift right over and talk about the element of water, okay? So let's go to 2 Kings 5:10 through 14.
2 Kings 5:10 through 14. And Elisha sent a messenger unto him, saying, Go wash in the Jordan 7 times, and thy flesh shall come to thee again, and thou shalt be clean. But Naaman was wroth, and went away and said, Behold, I thought, he surely should come to me and stand on the name of the Lord his God, and strike his hand over this place, and recover the leper. Are not Abnah and far rivers of Damascus is better than all the waters of Israel? May I not wash in them and be clean? So he turned away in rage. And the servants came near and spake unto him and said, My father, if the prophet had bid thee do some great thing, wouldest thou not have done it? How much rather then, when he said to thee, Wash thee and be clean? Then went he down and dipped himself 7 times in the Jordan, according to the saying of the men of God, and his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean.
Okay, so this king, he had leprosy, and he came to the prophet. And the prophet told him, the prophet didn't even come outside. He just told him, go dip in this water 7 times. He didn't want to do it because he felt like he is the king. Come out here and address me. Tell me to go to a cleaner place where the water is better. You just want me to just do this in this pool. So the man that was with the king was like, if he would have told you to do this or do that, you would have did it. We came all this way, just do what he said. And he dipped in the water 7 times and he became healed. His skin became healed. The thing is about water is that water is about cleansing. It is connected to healing and all those things. That was my mom. She called. And so water is connected to cleansing and healing. So he dipped in his water and his skin became healed. And we know water, when somebody tell you go wash this off, you don't go wash it off in the dirt. You wash it off in water. You automatically in your mind takes it to water. So water has the ability to heal. It has the ability to cleanse. Okay, and let's go to the next scripture, Numbers 20 and 11.
Numbers 20 and 11. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also.
So water has the ability, the earth was used in this scripture as well, because the water came from a rock. So you see the earth providing and you see water providing. Water has the ability to quench our thirst. You can only go 3 days without drinking water. You need water. You are made of water. You are like 75 or 80% of water. And so you need water. Water is a basic need. And so once you know what water does and how much you need it and how you use it throughout your day, you'll be able to connect to water even more. While you're doing your basic stuff, you're going to be connecting. But water has a way of quenching our thirst and even stopping us from being hungry. Sometimes we think we're hungry when we're really just thirsty. Okay? So let's go to Genesis 1 and 2.
Genesis 1 and 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Okay, so in the Strong's definition of moved, it means to hover over or to shake the water or flutter over the water or something like that. But either way it goes, the Most High was over the water, okay? And so this lets me know that he has a connection to water, that he will be over it, that he, when the water is present, he is present, okay? So connecting to the water energy and connecting to him, I use water. People, you know, I'm going to say how you can connect to the water, but the Most High moved over the body of water, and you are a body. You are 75, 80% water. He can move over the body, okay? Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right, girl.
Come on now, somebody. Okay, so let's talk about what does the water represent. The water represents divine life, divine blessings. It represents rebirth. It represents new beginnings. It represents purification. It represents wholeness. It represents cleansing and being clean. It represents freshness. It represents new. All these things, because if you ever got baptized, you at a new life. You starting over. You starting from the beginning of something. Divine blessings. Now blessings can flow into your life. It represents, because water is such a need of life. It's divine. We all need it. The plants need, everything that was created need water to live. So it's divine. It represents divine life. It represents a divine purpose, blessings, and all those great things. And this is the way I just want to get to the part of how you connect to water, because water is one of my favorite. I like all the elements though, but water is such a favorite of mine because it's so easily used, and it's just amazing. I like it. I love it. Okay. So one of the ways that you can connect to water is by taking spiritual baths. You also see this in Esther, the queen. She was taking, she had to take a bath before they met with Queen. She was taking this bath for what? 12 months? 6 months, 12 months. I have to, I'm going to put the scripture in the description, but she was taking spiritual baths then. That's baths with oils and, you know, flowers and things in them. And taking a bath connects you to the energy of water, because water has a way of cleansing your vibrations. It takes away all the negativity of the day. You had a bad day at work, just get in the shower, close your eyes, and just let the water wash away the day. And so that's one of the ways that you could connect to water. Wash your hands often throughout the day is a way that you could connect to water. If you guys are into the the New Testament, when Pilate was about to crucify Jesus or whatever, and he washed his hands of the situation. So that is a way of letting you know that you can wash your hands of the negativity of the day. You can put away the situation with the element of water. Washing your feet or detoxing your feet is a way of connecting to water. Being in nature, being close to a spring, meditating close to a spring is a way that you could connect to the energy of water, because you know, fresh water, fresh spring gives you a fresh start. Everything is new. You can drink, when you drink more water throughout the day, or you drink water, you can connect to the energy of water. Meditate near water. On the beach in the summertime, it's great. I haven't did that yet, but I definitely want to have an elements class and we go on field trips and stuff. Okay, so water has this amazing ability to just make everything okay, give you a fresh new start, to start over and to be whoever you want to be, or connect to any energy that you want, because it gives you a clean slate. So connecting to the water energy, you do it every day. You get in the tub every day. So now just stay in there a little bit long. Say your prayers in the water, because you know that the Most High is hovering over the waters. Okay, so I hope that this video give you guys some insight. If you need more or want to go in depth more, just let me know, and send us an email. I'll put it in the description below, and let us know what you thought about the video. Like and subscribe. And I forgot to tell you guys this. How do you know that you need to connect to the element of water? When you're feeling unclean, when you're stressed, when your muscles are tense, when you can't see your way clearly. Water has a way of making a path. When you think about, it's a scripture in Isaiah that says he'll make a path in the desert. I gotta put that scripture in there. I love that scripture too. That he will make a water will spring up in a desert, and water, it can come down off some rocks and it will make a path in a desert. And so knowing that water does this, when you say your prayers, you can say, Father, please make a path. Use the energy of water to make a path in my life to whatever it is that I need. Make a way, or water the seeds that have been planted in my life. Let them, be as a tree that is planted by the river. Let them grow. You can use water in your prayers all the time. Use the energy of water in your prayers all the time, as long as you know what water does and what water accomplishes. Water causes things to grow. So if you get in the shower every day and you connecting to this energy, you have no choice but to grow, because that's what the energy of water does. Okay, so like and subscribe. You need more info, let us know. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helped. We'll be back to talk about the other elements in another video.